Greetings, peace all. Varikama I here or Varikaba Mystics, and we are here today to do the daily PowRa for the moon day. This day is a 3rd of November. No, my birthday's not yet. The 3rd of September 2018. Yes. The vibrating number for today is 5. And 5 is great on this culminating day or culminating month, culminating season, because 5 is all about changes, rearranging, breaking status quo, not so much following it. And also the 5 is like the hierophant in the tarot, or the Pope, which is looking at traditions. And you know that a lot of the traditions that we have been coming up on through the Piscean age, it needs to be rearranged because a lot of it was deranged. And not to take away nothing from the Pisces energy, because I am it and it has great power, but it can be misconstrued. Like all signs and all energies, all vibrations, they have a high and a low side. So work your best side always. Okay, today again the archetype is moon, or lunar, or sin. Okay, all about your emotions. Okay, and it's a great time to check your emotions, to strive to balance them. It is very much a mental day as well. Okay, and the resonating colors is blue and white. The aromatherapy is jasmine, and the mineral therapy is silver. Okay, let's go. Archangel Uriel popped out, and I'm very active on my WhatsApp. I'm being more active on my socials actually, just generally, because I went for a good 5-year spell where I just like social what? Nah, the hermit stage was so good for me. But yeah, that time has culminated for the eye, and I'm on a new phase and stage, and I'm loving it. Back on it actually, because I've always been a social being, but with a lot of like I had to do a lot of work on myself, like removing all those conditions and programs, self-inflicted and otherwise. I'm back into my greatest steed, and it feels great because when you lose your power, you lose yourself. Archangel Uriel's here asking us, I didn't read it. Your emotions are healing, which enables you to open to greater love. I will help you release anger and unforgiveness from your heart and mind. Yes, twin flames as well. I recently tuned into, I can't remember her name. What was her name? Oh, I can't remember her name, but a divine being regardless. And she's definitely a soul sister of mine, because the kind of thing that's coming out of her mouth, the stuff to do with Ganesha, like the elephant, and like so many things, the snake, the naga, like look. Anyways, remembering that Archangel Uriel helps us remember that we are all one. And we are all just here in different phases and stages. Okay, but all humans come from that soul source pot. Okay, and it being an emotional day, a moon-led day, it's great to check your emotions, because even just you checking your emotions, be them wayward or not, or too off or par, whatever, it is healing for you to check them, because your emotions are very important. That's why we always look at the moon sign in astrology, and it's actually very hard to ascertain your moon sign if you don't know the time of birth. If you don't know your time of birth. So if you do know your time of birth, it's really important for you to get a moon check, because then it helps you understand how you move, what moves you. Okay. And I'm coming to meet a lot of people that have Pisces moon, and they don't trust their intuition because they don't get it, but it's very powerful. Don't negate it. And whenever I always say, whenever whatever sign you are in your moon, that is very strong for you. That is like your hidden power. Yes, it's important for us to release anger and unforgiveness from the heart and the mind, because then that will open us up to that understanding of oneness. that we don't have to fear anything, because most things that we are feeling, someone else has already felt. And expressing that helps us be able to, what's that saying? Something to do with sharing your load. Just makes it easier to deal with, because you get a different perspective. It's not just narrow-minded. Again, we all coming from different phases and stages. Coming together helps us access those different phases and stages, which might not be readily available to one, and then it can be accessible to another through that one, and all sorts, Another message here, we have Bethany from the angels. We says, when you take excellent care of yourself, everybody benefits. Give yourself a relaxing treat today, such as a massage, a sea salt bath, or pedicure. I love this stuff, like the self-help, okay, self-care is so important. And because we've been so conditioned to believe that this is the most selfish thing you can do, and how wrong is that? That is the most selfless thing you can do. And it's the most, what's the opposite of selfish? Unselfish thing you can do for others, because the real selfish thing is to love others first. Because if you're loving somebody else first, then you don't know how to love yourself, and who's going to love you? That's selfish for you to think that somebody else has to love you better or more than you. It doesn't make sense, because then you're going to be expecting somebody else to do for you all the things that you have in your head and your heart. And if you yourself don't even know what that means or what that feels like, and how to express and how to understand, you're giving people hard work, man. Trying to figure you out when you haven't figured yourself out. It's important for us to take time with ourselves. And this work isn't hard. This reminds me of the divine unions, because never forget divine feminine, who usually awakens first. And doesn't mean you have to be divine feminine in a feminine body. You can be a divine feminine in a masculine body. But I'd just like to clarify, and I know a lot of people hate this. Yeah, I've been feeling it already, that twin flames, true twin flames, always are male and female. There are twin souls that can be of the same sex. They are soulmates, they are life partners, karmics, whatever, that can be same sex. But the true twin flames are always polar opposite, polar complementary even. That's to be a yin and a yang. You know that everything in nature is yin and yang for it to fruit the next creation. And we are here to evolve. So again, take time to take excellent care of yourself, because when you do, you actually help out your complementary. Whatever it looks like in the physical, spiritually, energetically, you are helping and supporting each other. And when one sees another growing from a distance, you're growing internally as well, whether you realize it or not. Realize it now. So you're both benefiting each other once you both benefiting yourselves first and foremost, and getting to know yourself and loving yourself and striving always to be your unique higher self. And man, take that sea salt bath. It's so good, because the sea salt helps you draw out, extract all toxicities in the skin. Because say salt draws out rubbish. That's why we use salt in foods and stuff like that. It doesn't only just give you some flavor, but it actually draws out toxicity. It's a cleanser, purifier. Okay. Then we have call on your healer guides for your trust your vibe, number 14, which is that 5 again. And I'm going to read this one. This 14. Yes, a much needed day for change. Oh, heck no. You know what that is? That's my battery. I'm not going to let it happen. do it. Oh, shit. There's a lot of commotion going on around my head. Come on, get it. Call it. Yay! You see, when you affirm something with trust and faith, it happens. When you second guess it, if you're not really feeling it, then it's not going to happen like you set it. And I'm gonna have to hold you up because it's not gonna stay in the stand like this. Oh shit, man. My neighbors, they've been going in for such a long time now. It's really heart wrenching. And so another thing we have to always remember, not to allow other people's energy, because that happens to me all too often. So call on your healer guides. 14. This is another thing we need to help us heal ourselves and others. We have to make the changes that we are guided to. Initiate a new structure, a new foundation. That's that Tower moment that we had come out on the Sunday, on the Soul Day. Okay, so it says, reads, can you read with me? Although you may be challenged with a physical, emotional, physical imbalance at this time, do not imbalances at this time, do not fear. You have a team of divine healer guides committed to helping you. Turn your fears and concerns over to them, and now eliminate dissonance and dis-ease in your body, mind, and spirit. Whether known or unknown, if you have specific health problems, ask your healers to work on that part of your body or mind. If you're concerned about the health of others, one hand multitasking, what? Ask your healer guides. Yeah. Ask your healer guides to join with theirs. Ask your healer guides to join with theirs to restore them to good health, i.e., other people, others. Okay, that was the last word there. Trust your guides and follow their lead. They work in many ways, but above all, they work with you to help yourself. They don't do the job of healing you alone, but assist you in taking a proactive role in your soul's well-being and your body's strength and vitality. You will know you're on the right track by the ease and grace with which things flow to you. Yes, I love this because I think it's really very important to help others help themselves. Because when you it's like that feeling of gratification is really important. It makes you feel whole, okay? Knowing that you was able to complete and do something for yourself that is really meant for you as well. Like finding out who you are, knowing yourself, Then there's something I always say as well, and I got picked up from one of someone that I used to look to and see as a spiritual guide as well. And I won't call out his name right now because we're on different paths, but I appreciate the time, and I'm not to negate what he was showing because, anyways, things are different, and yeah, I have to be mindful of the things that I experienced after with them because there was other things as well. It's important to help others help themselves because we are never left without warners and guides, but the self-work, be it self-love, self-knowing, higher self-being has to be done from you because only you know how to. You really know the truth, including dream interpretation. There's many general consensus for dreams and what they mean and what this and that may affiliate or correlate to. And most of it is true, but there's specifics individual to that dreamer or to the ones that set them that dream or the ones involved in the dream. Take time and you'll find what the answers are. And most times they're not going to come just all in a jiffy. But if you're diligent, you show determination, you show discipline, you will be rewarded successfully. Okay, so trust your vibe that you have healer guides and they're coming for you. Why is this powering off? Don't do this. Give me a break. The battery is empty. Your tablet